Alright, well, kids, welcome back to part 10. This one is finishing up, final tweaks and final touches. The whole track's laid out now, so basically all we need to do is just fill in the gaps, tidy things up a bit and that with the arrangement and whatnot, and that should be us. Right, and obviously final bits of adjustments, tweaks with VQing and stuff like that if we need. So first of all, what we're going to do here is we're just going to have a look at some of the parts of the track from the start. So we're just going to work our way through from the start and see what things we could maybe add in and stuff like that. Did the crash scene? I'll just turn that down just a touch. In fact, no. Just a little bit of touch on that. On the crash. What else? Well, to be fair, I don't want to just have that snare roll right there in the end. I want to put something in there, so I'm going to try and find another fill. So what we need to do here is if we just hover over here and then just right click and insert one, and there we go. So we'll just, obviously I ended up like that, so we'll hold shift and just push that up. Next one underneath. Right, so we're already on these fills out of the VEC 3 pack, so we'll have a little look through, see if we can find something decent out of here. No. Right, so while we're finding one, we'll just turn the volume down a bit. We just want something that's going to fit in nice, just to fill in that gap. Quite like the sound of that one, so we'll just chuck that in there. Like I said, first of all, what we need to do is rename it, so we'll call this fill 2. It says you don't have to rename, you can just rename them whatever you like. So we're just going to double left click on that, bring the sample up, and we need to stretch it in the right time, so snap that to there on the time, and to bring it back with its original sound, we're just going to click auto. Yeah, and then we're going to assign that one to a track on the mixer as well. So we'll put that on 19, and we'll call that fill 2. Right, so I'm just going to pull down on the volume on that, get rid of that, we don't need that, and then put the volume back to normal. Sounds pretty much alright to me, but I think what we need to do is maybe just add like a little bit of EQ on there. Just to make sure there's no coming under the 100 hertz. Roughly, give it a little boost there. Right, that sounds a bit better, but we'll put the volume down just a touch, and then we'll put a little bit of reverb on there as well. we will use Alt Acoustic Reverb and put a tail on it. Turn the dry up. Turn that down. Don't want no. Turn that there. And then just pull back a little bit on the high cut as well. And the low cut to about there. Yeah, something like that. Roughly. That should do it, I reckon. We'll have a listen now. Yeah, so just so it doesn't sound dead empty, that's all. Pull back just on the wet a little bit more as well. That sounds better. I think we need to do the same with this. No, to be fair, that sounds alright how it is. It was just this one, it needed a little bit more. It sounded a bit empty without a bit of reverb on. And a little bit of EQ as well. And the volume's just a tad. That should do nice. Right, so on to the breakdown now. Right, so now we're just going to fill in some bits on this, like the drop and that now, which really, I'm not too sure about keeping this bit of vocal in here, but like you can just add extra bits of little kicks and stuff like that in here. So we'll just have a little mess about, yeah. So just do. Well, that bit of vocal, I don't see the point of that being in there. I think we're just going to take it. I really do not see the point of that being there at all. So we're just going to pull that out. Pull that out there. Right, now this bit coming up here, we want a nice fill in there just to bring in this bit. So, same again, we're just going to insert one. And we'll look for another nice fill in that gap. we'll try that, see what that sounds like. We'll just time stretch it into the right, bring it back to original. On the mixer, we'll just insert one here. One up there. Right, so bring this to number 20. Bring the volume down just a touch for now. And we'll rename that. Fill 3. This is just for a nice little transition into your next 16 bars there. Well, I quite like that, to be fair, so maybe without the well, I quite like that, definitely. So I think what we just need to do is rename it there, fill 3, and maybe a little. Hold on. Right, now that sounds pretty good. I like that. So we've done pretty well in finding that straight away. And also, as well as that, we need, if you remember in the last video, it might have been, I can't remember. Basically, we need a little bit of reverb on this, just to make it stand out a little bit more. So I think what we're going to do now is bring up the mixer. Obviously, we don't want reverb on the sub bass, so we're just doing it on that. So this is what I always use for this. Don't ask us why. I just think it's dead. It's a dead easy setting to put on. So basically, we've got a small hole. That's what I usually put it on. Turn that to the mix. And then all I do here, literally all I do here is I just pull down a little bit on that. On your, like your lows, like your bass of your reverb. I push up a little bit on that, and push up just a touch on that. Roughly something like that, and then the intensity I'll stick that up as well. Probably about 16% should probably do it, I think. And then I just create an automation clip. So we'll just go over here, create automation clip. Where's it at? There it is. Right, so obviously this needs to go right back here. So we'll start that from there. We don't want any reverb on the start. And this is where you want reverb to kick in here. And then we'll want it to come out here. So back out. And then if we just pull that along to the very end, and then so just in case we want to control it somewhere else within the mix or whatever, then we've got the full length of the bass line there. Other than that, I think we're pretty good. Right, so we'll try that from the drop, see what that sounds like. Could be a bit too much reverb, might be alright, we don't know yet. Let's play it. Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me. Like, not too much, just a little bit. Just gives it that little bit more depth within the drop. And tell you what, oh no, we'll go further on with it anyway now. So right, so we've got that. the drop done into the next transition, which is this bit. Right, so what my idea here is we'll bring this, start bringing this in, and we'll use the filter to bring it in. We don't want to use the cutoff, we just want to use the filter. So I think what we'll maybe do is like that, maybe something like that. So that sounds lovely to me, that. Tell you what we are going to do here though, we're going to use, put that on there. We're going to use, so if we use the slicer here, we're going to use this bit of clip here, just on this bit over here. So we've got a little bit of something there, and here just a little bit more. Just a bit extra, just taking that out. And then a bit of vocal again. And then same again here as well, we'll just do that again at the end. Something like that. Right, so now all we're going to do here is we're just going to, it's just something I like to do this. I just like to tidy things right up. I've also forgot this as well. Obviously on your bit build up with your snare and everything in. So we'll just take that out there. We'll just start cutting that out, the bass pads. Right, so this is where I'm literally just going to start tidying everything up. So we'll take that out of there. Get rid of that because we don't need it any further on in the track. Same with the orchestral pads, and yeah, so we'll just take them out of there as well. Just keeps things nice, neat and tidy. That's just how I like to be. Right, so that's where our last bit of plugs are coming in and that as well. So we'll just, should be us there. Delete them because we don't need them, and we've already done that here, and we've already done that there as well. So yeah, that's it, we're good, we're all tidy. I think that's it basically. I think now it's just a case of making sure you've got everything all right, like if there's any tweaks of EQing and stuff like that you need to do, or if there's any compression somewhere you need to do, or whatever. There could be something with something wrong with some sound or something somewhere, you just don't know. But I'm going to rename this as well, so this is the, we'll just call it a donk reverb. Donk reverb. Automation. Right. So I think the track, that's it more or less done there for me. So I think that's it finalized. All the tweaks and that done. In my eyes, it sounds okay. I mean, it probably could sound better if I wasn't doing it in my headphones. But yeah, I would say that's pretty much laid out to a good standard. And I don't want to go any further with anything else with it, to be fair. One thing I'm going to do now, though, now that we've finished it, we're just going to go onto our master channel, and just going to hold shift. We're just going to bang these up to the top anyway, on the first, second and third, and then the limiter, we're just going to take that completely off, because that's it, we've made the track. So now it's going to bring the volume down, so we've got loads of headroom for final mastering and that. And just have a quick little listen to a couple of things just to make sure we're sounding good. Plus we're going to visualize it as well on here.
We're
sounds great to me. And like you've noticed as well on the mixer, I haven't put any like reverb or anything like that on my synth sounds and stuff, because I've already got them like set up on here within the plugin. Some say, I mean, don't get us wrong, sometimes I do like to do it within, like, on the mixer and that, but if you can get it sounding good within the plugin as well, then it's no issue, to be honest. So obviously I've set me delay and stuff up in here. Obviously it's a preset, so usually all the time it's always the same because it's a preset, and I don't really have to change anything on it unless I want less reverb or whatever. But yeah, I've set these up on these. Same goes with them as well. So on this one, I haven't even got any reverb on that one. Just a bit of delay. Just don't want to overpower things too much, you know what I mean? But yeah, apart from that I would say that is me done. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you all learn a lot from this. I'm not gonna go into mastering and stuff like that. Everyone can do that their own little way. All I've shown you here is basically how I write a track, everything how I do, from start to finish. Now I've finished it. That is it. It's basically ready for mastering, but I'm not going to show anyone like how to master out like that. You're better off doing that sort of thing on your own. I mean, the tune's it's a perfect mix how it is. There's nothing. I don't think there's anything more that I need to show. And like, obviously you've noticed as well, I don't go too raj with things with my effects plugins and stuff like that. I don't use stupid amounts of compressors on this, that, and the other, and like I don't even like on my kick drum. There's not even a bus. It's not even linked up to a bus channel or nothing. It's literally just on its own, the kick, and that is it. Like I say, a lot of people do things different ways. There's all sorts of different. There's no right. Well, there is right way. There is wrong ways. Sorry, but there's hundreds of right ways. You know what I mean? So thank you very much for watching. Anyway, I hope you enjoy every bit of this tutorial from start to finish, and I hope you learn a lot from it. It's been pretty good to do. So yeah, enjoy everyone. Thank you very much. Sayonara.